everybody!
What the fuck was that?
It's Tuesday, baby! It's time for WZR Radio. That's what the fuck it was.
I don't know exactly what day it is. That's why I'm on the phone right now, or on the microphone, whatever you want to call it. But what the hell was that?
That was fucking beautiful. That was gold, dude. People,
That was taboo.
That was Taboo Tuesday. I do get it.
Thank you.
Not bad. Now, what are you eating?
Hot sausage?
Hot sausage, yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not being professional, but I'm almost done. Hold on, here, one more bite. All right?
Yeah. You, well, speaking of unprofessional, you can't, at least you're alive this week, man. Last week in hour number one, there was no Boone,
There
dude.
was problems, man. I said it on Facebook. I'm still eating, by the way. You're going to have to deal with some chewing for a second. Hold on.
Yeah, quit making noises and eat it. Eat the fucking.
Yeah, last week what happened was I said it on Facebook, so I don't think I'm gonna get in trouble by you for saying it right now. I was on some prescribed Xanax.
Right.
It's a prescription I have. So I was out of it. I was about to pass out on live air. I couldn't believe I stayed awake. And hour two, from what I'm told, I actually came back and kind of pimped it in the last hour, so that's good.
No, it took Jackie to wake you up, and then you came alive. You know what I mean?
That's what I was gonna say. I don't even remember the show. If I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember the fucking show. But I remember that I'm getting the blame for the Jackie stuff. But from what I'm remembering, wasn't it you playing like 1,200 songs over her fucking trying to explain herself that made her upset? I could have sworn it was your fault.
No, it was the people in the chat room that made her upset with comments about short buses and things like that. And we'll get
in the chat every week, for real?
Somebody from her family is in the chat.
Oh, okay.
They may not reveal themselves.
You got reprimanded by the family, right?
Well, her mother emailed me after the show went off the air, and I still have to get back. I mean, listen, dude. Let me get the plugs out of the way, and then we'll get it, because she's part of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we got a lot to dive into. Get the plugs out of the way.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that first, and then we'll talk a little bit about Jackie and how everybody needs to kind of relax. I mean, listen, it's a good time. You know what I mean? We have a good time here on Tuesday nights. Sometimes we take it overboard, and there were some personal issues that you weren't aware of, I wasn't aware of, and we'll get into it. We'll talk about it here in a minute. How was the weekend, dude? We had a big UFC 145 on Saturday night. We had the main event, Rashad Evans and John Jones. I don't know, dude. I mean, the fight started off, it was a good technical fight for like the first 3 rounds. And then you got into like the 4th and 5th round, and I agree with the crowd. I mean, the crowd was like, all right, dude, enough is enough. You know what I mean? We've seen a technical fight up until this point. Now it's time to do something, man. You know what I mean?
Is that really how you think? I've heard other people say, you know what? It was funny. Tiffany, the tits.
Tiffany the tits.
Yeah, the tits. I haven't dropped that name in a while, right? She said the day after the show, she said, I heard the fight sucked. And I said, who told you that? Like, I guess that a lot of, they get split down the middle.
Well, she watched the fight over here.
Oh, did she? She was with you?
She was with me, and
we with you on the couch? Okay, but anyways, she was telling me the fight sucked, and I said, well, who told you that? Because it didn't, it was like an offensive clinic. Like, I don't know, and you're saying, like, what I've heard other people say what you're saying, that, like, he didn't knock him out, he didn't submit him, and it wasn't like a brawl, or it wasn't back and forth. I mean, that's what you get when somebody is way better than somebody else, but you can't finish them. Like, some people, put it this way, you didn't watch the prelims, that's right, because I remember talking to you. They had this Matt Brown versus, I want to say Stephen Thompson.
I saw that fight. That was towards the end on FX.
Oh, they played it, no, was it on FX? Yeah, you're right. Okay, I thought it was part of the fight. You're right, it was FX. So, like, you couldn't knock the guy out, but, God damn, I'm sorry, I'm getting texts and shit. I got a whole bunch of shit going on.
Tiffany the tits, is it her?
I saw that too. Yes, it is, actually. Hold on, here, talk for a second. I'm sorry.
All right, let me do the plugs. Let me get the plugs out of the way.
You said let's do some plugs, you start talking about UFC, motherfucker.
Well, I know, I got sidetracked. They asked about the weekend, and I got sidetracked. So, let's do it.
Don't run through the UFC that quick. We got a bunch of MMA listeners sitting here waiting us.
No, we don't have any pay-per-views or anything, so we got a lot of time to kill. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Just 3-hour Raw, and then that's it. Here's the plugs. Here we go. The official website of WZR Radio is WZROnline.com. We've got tons and tons of news. I thought you were going away.
I'm still here to say .com. I just can't do like a whole sentence right now. All right, now I'm done. Now I can talk.
Okay. So, anyways,
I'm very professional.
You're always professional, especially last week.
Yeah, I got my suit and tie on. I'm ready to do a radio show. What we talking about here?
I'll bet you do, dude. So, we got lots of news over there. News, rumors, photo galleries. Boone does a great job.
We got New York accents, news, rumors.
News, the rumors. You know what I mean?
There you go. Emphasized.
So, anyways, a lot of good stuff up over there, especially with the photo galleries. Lots of new stuff. There's some Maurice lingerie photos from today that Boone put up, pretty hot. A bunch of other
pretty
stuff.
Hot. Those are fucking let's go jerk off material. But let me interrupt with we'll do the chat plug right now. WZROnline.com.
.com.
Ryan, there you go. You like that roll, right? It's fun to just chime in. Fucking Brian Clark in the chat. Speaking of Clarks, he says, "What's up with Bagwell? Buff Bagwell was in a car wreck today. Is that correct?"
Yes, we have. I've been plugging it on Facebook. I got some news on Bagwell. It's not good.
I
man.
got a history lesson on Bagwell. You remember?
Yes, I do.
Do you really remember me and Bagwell with the voicemails and the live radio and the whole fucking thing?
That was on this.
It was this show, baby cake.
Yeah, it was.
This show.
Buff's not in good shape, man. He we'll get into it after we get through the plugs and everything. But he got in a car accident today, and this is like the 4th or 5th car accident over the last 2 or 3 months that he's been involved in, man. And this one was a little bit more serious than previous ones, but it's not good, man. He was in ICU. He's gonna be all right. He's in stable condition. But it's drug issues, man. You know what I mean? Where the guy has purposely gone out and tried to injure himself. You know, tried to break an ankle, and injure himself
to get drugs?
To score pills.
Yo. Can I, all right, this is going to be some real honesty radio if you want me to tell some honesty radio right now.
Mama Dukes.
Nothing to do with me,
No, Mama Dukes, right?
Mama Dukes. How'd you know? Did I tell you that before?
You told me this story, man. She used to do that, right? Yeah.
My mom used to, she would literally injure herself to get pills. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was to that point, you know what I mean, where we'll get into it later. Let me get the plugs out of the way. The official website of WZR Radio is WZROnline.com. Lots of news, rumors, photo galleries up over there. The live chat room, as Boone just plugged, you can get there, WZROnline.com /chat. Once again, WZROnline.com/chat. Lots and lots of. How many people are in there tonight? We've got about.
I don't know.
About.
I know the stream numbers jumped through the ceiling out of nowhere. The chat's actually pretty pathetic right now.
About 70 people in the chat room. Let's get that up to Let's get that up to about 90 tonight. We need about 20 more of you guys. Plus, it's a good time, man. Everybody chats it up. Everybody becomes friends in here.
3 times the amount of people on the stream. So I don't know what the hell everybody's doing. Get over there. WZR Online. I can't do it like you. I can only do the follow-up. I don't know why I can't do it.
.com. It's WZROnline.com/chat. So get over there. We are going to. Oh, by the way, we're on Facebook.com as well. Go to Facebook.com/WZRArmy. We are on Twitter as well. You can just go to WZROnline.com, top navigation bar. Go to the social media link, and you can find the links to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We drinking some beers over there? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I'm drinking some beers. Yeah, but that was confusing, all them plugs just now. I don't even know where to go and what to do. But if you're going to go anywhere, you should go to Facebook.com/Matt Boone WZR. You might as well go over there because I'm watching.
we got this guy. Yeah, come check him out, no doubt. Check him out. Check that fucking topless photo. And you added a new one today. I went over there today.
I did it on purpose because I remember that much about last week's show because I remember the big build-up was you're gonna fuck with me about having a picture without a shirt on.
Yeah.
That everybody thought it was a big fucking deal. And then I made a post asking if people even cared. Nobody gave a shit.
Oh, please.
Because I made the point that
please.
There we go. I like to plug. They just plugged me in the chat. That's great. The whole chat's a plug to me now. But anyways, last week I was like, wait a minute, is Ryan really beefing about me not wearing a shirt in my profile picture? Like, Does he not realize this is a pro wrestling mixed martial arts
No.
show? How many people in WWE or
Wait a
UFC
minute. Wait.
you see wearing a fucking T-shirt when
That's
they're in
not
the ring or
that's
in the
not
cage?
the point.
None of them.
You're not a wrestler or a UFC fighter. The point is, dude, we've got a demographic.
I'm a sexy
Wait a minute.
motherfucker, so I'm not wearing a shirt. Well, let me tell you.
Yeah, I went over there today. That was the ugliest son of a bitch I've ever seen on a fucking Facebook profile.
Ugliest son of a bitch.
Ugliest son of a bitch I've ever seen in my life, dude. You ugly motherfucker, dude.
I'm as pretty as a girl. I don't know what you're talking about. You better watch your mouth
So,
over there.
so anyway,
Your
so
P's and Q's are off balance.
So, see, now you want to get into it. Now you want to get into it this week. So I'll
Let's do a radio show.
Last week, you know, sold me. You said, oh, whatever. It was the Boone
I was
and Allen.
high off Xanax.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I was not with it.
Right. So, anyways, what I was trying to explain last week is you brought up the point. What? Listen to him. People in the background. So the point.
You can hear that?
Yeah, of course I can hear it. You got a fucking headset on.
Right.
So listen, dude. So I figured last week, you opened up a Facebook, and I said, all right, I'm gonna go plug it. I got 5,000 fans. I'm gonna try to send them your way, give you a bunch of fans, right? Then I go over there, and it's a topless photo of Matt Boone, and I said, what the fuck is he doing? I said, no.
You're gonna
wait a
call
minute.
a topless photo of Matt Boone?
A half-naked photo, whatever you want to talk about. So, anyways.
Half naked. How about I'm on the beach and I'm wearing a bathing suit like a normal person? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, but when your legs are exposed and your upper body's exposed and you've only got shorts on, I know you're on a beach, you're in a bathing suit, but nonetheless, your body.
Wearing appropriate attire for my.
Appropriate attire, right? No doubt. I give it to you. You're on the beach, right? But nobody. And listen, here's the deal. Our fan base is probably 95%. Our demographic is 95% male. And you're not a UFC fighter. You're not a WWE wrestler. So I figured nobody.
I'll kick all their asses,
I said nobody wants to go over to your Facebook page and see a half nude photo of Matt Boone. Fuck out of here, dude.
You're freaking me out as usual. Like, why are you putting that much thought into? Like, I didn't think that deep into it. Like, I wonder if they want to see me with my shirt off. I just thought this was a good profile picture. I'm standing in front of the ocean.
You're trying
I don't have many pictures by myself.
No,
I
you
have fucking 100 pictures.
Get out of
somebody
here.
else in the picture with me.
Get out of here.
Go look through my pictures. I got 100 fucking pictures up. Out of 100, there might be 5 where I'm by myself.
You're trying to.
I don't have many to choose from for profile pictures, dickhead.
You're
so
trying to.
Fucking one.
You're trying to impress our male demographic with a shirtless photo.
Exactly
You're trying to impress
You're
our.
out of your fucking mind, dude.
You're trying to impress our fan base with a topless photo. Cover that up. Tell them.
Listen, I got 100. I think it's 117 is the actual total. Because somebody go check my Facebook and let me know. It's 111, 100. It's over 100, but it's like 111, 117. I'm telling you right now, out of those 111, 117, there might be 5 pictures where I'm by myself. So I gotta pick one of the 5. Guess what? 3 of the 5, I'm not wearing a shirt.
Let's take a poll.
Let me tell you.
Let's take a poll in the chat room, right? Who wants to go to Matt Boone's Facebook page and look at a half-naked dude, shirtless man on his Facebook?
Wait.
Who wants to do that?
When did you go to Facebook pages to look at the fucking picture?
Look at it. None of them. Nobody wants it. Look at the chat room. Nobody wants to see your naked ass.
Let me ask the chat room on a similar question. Who wants to go to Ryan Clark's Facebook page and jerk off to a picture of his sexy baseball cap? Nobody. Motherfucker, if you worded it the wrong way. Look,
What?
Nobody wants to go jerk off to your fucking baseball cap.
Of course nobody wants to jerk off to my baseball cap. That's not the point.
Wants to jerk off to my fucking body.
Okay, let's word it this way. Do you people in the live chat room, do you think that for a Facebook profile photo, don't you think that this man should put on a shirt, or should Matt Boone put on a shirt in his Facebook?
Honest? I think I even said this last week. I have 2 Facebooks, both of them with the name Matt Boone, and actually, I don't even know how. I guess it's because it'll suggest friends for you on the side or something. Like,
yes.
Oh, you know this person. So a bunch of people that are my friends in real life added my radio, because I got a real Facebook that is private.
Yes.
Like 1 million fucking WZR fans try and add it every goddamn night. I say no to all of them because I'm not mixing worlds.
Mm-hmm.
So I opened up a specific Facebook for the radio fans. And I had the same picture when I opened up the radio as I did on my real one, which I still have to this day on my real one. And everybody was telling me, like, look, I'm getting confused. Like, my real friends were like, yo, I'm getting confused. Which fucking Matt Boone's the real Matt Boone? Because it's the same picture, it's the same name. You got to change the picture at least so we can tell the difference. So I went to the radio one and changed that because I like the picture. Because it's a new picture.
And that makes no sense. That makes a big. It's backwards. It's backwards because your real friends, you got more girls. You got more girls on there. It's backwards.
I don't give a shit about the radio. I'm not thinking that deep like you. Like, oh, I don't want the radio guys to see me without my shirt on. Motherfucker, I said it in a comment last week. and I'm pretty sure I brought it up on the air last week. If you weren't a fucking albino, pasty white, fucking Elmer Green, fucking skin
Listen to him.
you would
Listen
have
to
a
him go.
picture up in 2 seconds.
Get the fuck out of here. I ain't
You're
putting
as white as a fucking ghost. Casper's jealous of how white you are. You don't want to talk to me about skin color.
Yeah.
That's why you're wearing a t-shirt and your little profile picture. Otherwise, you'd be sitting there with your fucking nipples showing just like mine, baby cakes. All right, that's a true story. All right.
Oh my God.
You playing my theme song?
When I walk on by, girls be looking like damn, you fly. I pimp to the beat, walking down the street and my new the freak, yeah.
You ugly motherfucker, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
You could ask your mother, you could ask your sister, you could ask your dog. Every goddamn one of them looks at me and drools. And your dog drools anyway, but like the other two, they're drooling because of me.
Oh, Jesus, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
Saliva's out of control. The whole, let me tell you, I mean, I have that effect on me.
This fucking guy. Alright, so this is what we're going to do tonight. We're going to run down last night's 3-hour Monday Night Raw for you. Talk a little. God,
that was a weird show.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a draft show. That's what I heard.
Originally, it was supposed to be.
When they scheduled it, when they put it on the docket.
I don't think they're gonna do the draft this year. I think
they're gonna ixnay it altogether.
Well, I think there's gonna be some changes here and there, but I don't think they're gonna do a full-blown draft.
Can I ask you a question? Oh, they changed it. You motherfucker, Vendetta, change it back. Come on, dude. I got a whole joke about it.
Clark has wet dreams. Clark has wet dreams about Boone's body.
Yeah, that's the one.
Blah 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 blah.
See, he gets it.
Oh.
You focus too much on the wrong thing, brother. Nobody's thinking that deep other than you. I promise you, nobody ever looked at the picture.
We're not thinking that deep. It's for a radio debate, bro. We talked about it a couple weeks ago for a radio debate. We would come on here, blah 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 blah. Get the fuck out of here, you bunch of homos in the chat room. Get through our live.
Nobody no homo.
You're a homo.
10-minute tirade because I'm not wearing a shirt.
No, you're going. You're still going with it. Shut your mouth. WZROnline.com. /chat. WZROnline.com/chat. So, can we move on? What we're gonna do is we're gonna do we are going to run down Monday Night Raw from last night, 3-hour show. We are also going to talk about Buff Bagwell's issues. We've got some exclusive news. I put up half the report on the website, and then we're going to break the rest of it to you guys here. The Bella Twins. We're going to talk the Bella Twins and Beth Phoenix, the angle that went down last night. Beth Phoenix is not injured. The Bella Twins, it looks like they're still going to be leaving WWE, and Andy Levine fired from WWE, the WWE Tough Enough winner. And last but not least, man, the Hulk Hogan sex tape. Do you remember?
Wow.
Do you remember?
Can I ask you on the air live for an update? Like, you can no sell if you want. Did you get in trouble? Like, they don't know what we're talking about. Did you get in trouble?
Did I get in trouble?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Well,
okay, awesome.
We put the photos up on the website. We could only have them up, just for a couple hours, because like Boone said, I didn't want to get in trouble with, our sponsorships and everybody else. So we put those photos. They weren't that bad, anyways.
The whole chat knows about it too. That was really Bubba the Love Sponge's wife.
Well, don't you remember a couple months ago I came on here?
No, I don't. The first I heard of it was I think yesterday I put him up. Whatever you told me when I put him up was the first I heard of it. I had never heard that before.
I came on here a couple months ago and I said there are rumors out there about the Hulk Hogan sex tape and who the woman is in that tape. And somebody in the chat room said, was it Bubba's wife? And I said, I believe so, but we don't have it confirmed, and I'm not going to put anything up on the website.
Did you acknowledge the name Bubba's wife on the air? Because I guarantee you I would have jumped all over that. Because I've been watching on Stern.
Right.
That's what I know. Like Howard Stern, my hero. Him and Muhammad Ali. Like, Hulk Hogan was on there very recently. And he was saying, like, how come, you're best friends with Bubba? Because Hogan, when he got the divorce from Linda, was living with Bubba the Love Sponge, according to what he said on Howard Stern. And Stern's questioning, which was logical questioning, was like, God damn, how do you live, like, and Bubba goes to work for the radio all day. How are you there with fucking Bubba's wife? Like, as hot as she is, how are you not doing nothing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I guess Bubba's came out on his radio show, and I guess it's his ex-wife. Now, I think they're still married.
Yeah, no, they're split up, but they're still married. Yeah, they're still married, but they've been split up for a while.
Right, but Bubba's been open.
And that was part of the reason Stern asked about it. He's like, they're split up, he's at work, she's at the house. How are you not fucking hitting that? And And I in my head, I'm like, I don't know, because goddamn, she's amazing. And then when you said that to me yesterday, when I was putting the pictures up, I immediately thought back to that interview, and I'm like, wow, Stern had no fucking clue what he was talking about, but he was dead on, and that's how he's a genius.
Right. Yeah.
He just thinks logically. He thinks like a man, and he's like, wait a minute, if I was there, what would I do?
Right. Well, and Bubba came out. I guess Bubba's been open on the radio show that he's shared his wife, and Warrior said something not all that long ago. That Linda Hulk used to do the same thing with Linda, where
I heard about that. Yeah.
Right, where they would go and they would share each other's wives. So I guess it's like a thing down there with Bubba and Hogan, where people could freely do Linda Hogan and people could freely do Bubba's wife Heather. I guess is what her name was.
Not just them two. Wow, you know the name and everything. And that is it, Heather, the fucking brunette with big tits. But Eric Bischoff and DDP, they were famous for the same thing. They would swap Kimberly Page and Eric Bischoff's girl back and forth.
It's crazy, isn't it crazy, bro? I mean, and then it came out yesterday, that the woman, or it was speculated. You can't really tell by those photos, dude. They were grainy photos. You know what I mean? So
you could see what was going down, though. I mean,
you could clearly see that it was Hogan in the photos. You know what I mean? He didn't have the bandana on either, dude. He took the bandana off for sex.
You think he fucks with his bandana on?
Hey, by the way,
goddamn.
While we're talking about sex and sex tapes, you get pussy last weekend, Boone?
Did I get pussy last weekend? No, I did not.
You didn't? At least you're free.
Did you?
No, I didn't.
What about the weekend before that?
No, or the weekend before that.
What about
the weekend.
that?
It's been a long time since we
All
had.
right, what are you asking me for?
I'm asking you because last week I said, Boone, you get pussy, and you said, well, I don't want to talk about my personal life on air, and I said, dude, that's not the I said, Boone,
what the hell are you asking me?
I said, Boone, that's not the Boone we know. The Boone we know would say, yeah, I went out there and I got pussy last weekend. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. Anyways, just asking, you get pussy? No? Yes? Get the fuck out of here.
You're asking me at a wrong time.
Little fighting going on down there, huh?
No fighting.
No?
Where do you jump to that conclusion? Where does the fight come into play?
I don't know. You said you're asking me at the wrong time, so something's up. What's going on? Don't no-sell me. Don't no-sell me, dude. You get in a fight with Tiff?
Dead air. No fight. No.
Dead air. Get out of here. Anyways, all right. So that's what we're gonna talk about. That's what's going on tonight. Buff Bagwell, Hulk Hogan sex tape, and everything else. I don't think we're gonna have production errors tonight, dude. My computer was running a little bit slow, so I was worried about the bandwidth.
It seems all right.
It seems good, right? Everything's good so far.
The numbers are high. I mean, if you're not skipping or anything yet, then I'm assuming we'll be all right for the rest of the night. We'll see.
Should be good to go. We'll have live phone calls in hour number 2 as well. Be taking your live phone calls. You can email us at feedback@WZROnline.com. The weekend, we like I said, Boom, we had UFC 145 on Saturday, which we'll talk about in depth here in just a little bit. Anything else over the weekend?
Weekend. What did I do this weekend? Friday before the UFC. What were you here for any of the weekend? Were you here Friday? What did we do this weekend? I don't remember the weekend. I don't have a good memory. I know Saturday was all UFC.
That's why I'm asking it the wrong. I get it now, dude. I get it.
All
right.
There was no wrestling pay-per-view Sunday, right?
Sorry.
No, there was nothing.
Sorry about
Sunday,
that.
I don't know. I know Saturday was UFC, and I was by myself. I remember that because I remember being bored. Thursday was crazy. Okay. Yeah, there was some during the week stuff. Yeah, after Tuesday there was some stuff, but weekend I don't think I did a whole lot this weekend. I don't think so.
Yeah,
I honestly don't remember. I'm drunk as shit right now. So.
God, I had that was on Saturday was UFC, right? Saturday afternoon, dude.
We didn't bet for like the first. I think that was the only UFC in history we didn't bet money against each other.
Yo, somebody got stuck in a U-Haul truck, dude. They backed up a U-Haul truck and the thing got caught on like a hill, and we had to dig the fucking thing out. Nobody had a shovel.
What are you talking about?
I'm telling you about my weekend, dude. Right before.
Oh, in your personal life. Oh, I thought you were talking about the UFC. Okay.
No. This U-Haul truck got stuck, man, and they were trying to dig it out, and they didn't have any shovels. Nobody had any shovels, so we had to use a screwdriver to dig this fucking U-Haul out. The wheels were off the ground, so we needed the U-Haul to lower. It's too hard to explain, but I had to.
According to Punker, you're talking about your sister moving right now. How do they know this shit?
No. This is somebody that I had no idea
okay.
who it was. They just got a U-Haul truck, and I felt bad for him, so we dug it out with a screwdriver, dude. It took me like 3 hours. It was a muddy mess. It was pouring rain outside. It was bad, dude.
That's great. Why did you get involved in this? I was drove by him. But
well, because
Parker seems to know something. Did you talk about your sister on Facebook?
I may have. I don't remember.
God damn, you gotta hold that shit back for the show, brother.
What? Hold what back?
You let everything go on Facebook. Nobody needs to listen to this show. They know everything if they fucking add you on Facebook.
I'm gonna see. You know what I'm gonna start doing, dude? I guess Daniel. Is it Daniel? He does an awesome job over on the YouTube page, right?
Humphreys. Yeah.
I'm gonna start putting the. I didn't know that the full archive was available on YouTube. And they put the whole thing up on our YouTube channel. So I'm just gonna
on one YouTube post. Yeah, usually it's like part 1, part 2. Like this one big YouTube file, 2 hours long, and you can just click play and listen to the whole thing.
Right. So I'm gonna put that up on Facebook, and then I'm gonna put it on the main websites as well. So by the time it's all said and done, we'll have like 5,000 views on a weekly basis. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was according to what Daniel said to me last week. I put it up even though I didn't want to because I knew it was me. Like, you did fine last week.
Me!
You were doing your hosting.
It was me!
Did I squeak when I said me?
It was me, guys!
Alright, let me get my baritone back on. Alright, it was me last week that sucked. It wasn't you. You were doing the hosting thing. Hey, check this plug out. Hey, let's talk about you were directing traffic, doing your fucking boring host thing. I'm trying to entertain people.
Get out of
here,
dude.
I wasn't doing a good job of entertaining people. And the show sucked because of it. All right, so it's my fault. I still plugged the fucking archive for some dumbass reason.
You can't.
And he's like, yo, we've got like 4 times the amount of fucking people watching this YouTube as we usually do.
Right.
I'm like, oh shit, I don't want the first show of these fucking people here to be this piece of shit show. You know what I mean? I felt bad, and I'm like, oh great. All right, well Tuesday I'm gonna rock and roll. Like fucking, AC/DC or something, I'm gonna goddamn knock their socks off. So that's what we're doing right now. We're knocking your socks off.
We're knocking their socks off.
Because I'm about to knock them right back off.
So check this out, man. Monday Night Raw last night. You saw bits and pieces of the whole thing?
I downloaded it today. I never got around to watching it. Last night I saw.
The main event last night, dude. They had a contract signing, right?
I saw that.
It was Brock Lesnar. You saw that, dude? How bad?
Yeah, we didn't talk. We were fighting yesterday. I saw the CM Punk Jericho thing.
Why were we fighting yesterday?
Because I was begging for money.
Motherfucker, yo, that pissed me. I was so pissed off at you last night.
Are you afraid to bring that up? You can call me out on it. Maybe
No,
I did it. You can talk about anything you want. I got no censors. You can talk about anything you want.
I was so fucking angry at you last night. We're gonna get into Raw.
Listen to this. Hold on.
I was.
My phone's ringing in the middle of the show. Hold on, let me answer it.
All right.
Who's this?
We'll listen to his phone call.
Josh?
Check it out.
Oh, make it quick, brother. I'm on the radio right now. What's up?
Live radio. He takes a phone call. Listen to him.
You what now?
Nobody gives a fuck about Josh. All right, listen. I'm gonna start running down Monday Night Raw from last night. It's basically Boone. Take the fucking phone away, dude.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right.
Hey.
All right, I'm back. What's up, man?
So Monday Night Raw last night. Going in, is Josh okay?
Could you tell what that call was about? I hope not.
Everything good with Josh?
Could you tell what it was about? Could you tell what you could tell? Shit. All right.
Listen to it. Listen to her in the background, squealy little.
It was an embarrassing call. If you would have heard, oh shit, they heard the name Josh and everything. How the fuck did y'all hear that?
You said Josh. You said, hey, who's this, Josh?
Okay, yeah, okay. I thought they heard the fucking.
Listen.
If you would have heard what he
let's
said,
get into Raw.
You would have probably fired me on live radio.
Let's get into Raw from last night, man. They kicked it off. Before they went live, they had advertised, or who was it? Road Dogg, BG James, posted a Twitter message that the contract signing was going to kick things off. And as soon as that came out, I said, they're really going to kick it off with a contract signing, especially knowing that hour number one on a 3-hour show is always the lowest rated, hour. It drew like a 2 point. I can't remember what the exact number was, but like a 2.6 or something. 2.6.
It was above normal because of what they teased, but it would have been atrocious otherwise. I think it was the right thing to do, but what they did, like I didn't even see the segment, so they blew it because I tuned in at 9, and as soon as I tuned in, I think that's when the Punk Jericho sobriety field test, whatever the fuck was happening. So if they would have done what they would have normally done in 2 hours, I would have saw. I didn't even know Edge came back. I downloaded it, like you're about to get into it now. I didn't even know the fucking guy came back until a couple hours ago. So you got to tell me what happened with that, because I didn't even see it. I saw a picture, and his hair looked retarded, but other than that, yeah.
Well, the show opened, Teddy Long came out and introduced John Cena for a contract signing with Brock Lesnar, right? And when Brock Lesnar's music hit, John Laurinaitis came out and says, Teddy, you know, what are you doing, dude? Brock's not even here. The contract signing's going to be done later on tonight. And Laurinaitis tells Cena, you know, get out of the ring. And then Edge's music hits. So Edge comes out and basically gives, like, a pep talk, right? Says, this isn't the same Cena that, you know, I'm used to, and he doesn't know who this Cena is, right? And he gives him this long pep talk about, you know, their past matches, and that come this Sunday at Extreme Rules, Cena needs to defeat Lesnar. And it was a classic Edge promo, dude, where, you know, Edge got loud, screamed into the mic. You know what I mean? It was good Edge.
I saw a picture. Edge and Cena were in the ring at the same time, right?
Correct.
So Cena came out.
Cena was out there,
okay,
right?
So that makes no sense then, because when I watched the main event, when Brock Lesnar, thank you. When I watched the main event, Brock Lesnar came out, and next was supposed to be Cena. His music hit, he never came out, and Brock's response was something along the lines of, he was mad at Laurinaitis because Cena, hey, I didn't, you know, you flew me all the way out to Detroit. Brock's talking about himself. But Cena's too scared to show up. But Cena had already been in the ring earlier in the night. Am I to understand that correctly?
Well, that's Brock for you, dude. The whole Brock promo sucked last night, and Brock is horrible on the mic. Everybody knows that.
I gotta disagree.
No, even when Brock, I mean, listen, the Brock last night was the better Brock than we've seen in the past. Brock usually comes out and he's stuttering left and right. There wasn't a lot of stuttering last night in the main event segment.
No.
It was just so boring, dude.
I'll pinpoint exactly what the problem is. He's not sure of himself. Like, he was saying the right things. Like, I could tell Paul Heyman schooled that guy. Like, let's be honest. Paul Heyman's talking to him, telling him what to say. He helped write his book, Death Clutch, whatever the fuck it was.
That's just because Mark Madden works for you guys over there, dude. So you're gonna believe what he says. No, I'm playing.
No. I honestly don't even know what Mark Madden said. I swear to God, you can tell my boss that. I don't read Mark Madden shit. I used to, because he's actually really exciting to read. He's an entertaining writer.
Is he still over there? He's still over there.
Yeah, he still works for us. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. Former WCW commentator, works for me. But anyways,
works for you.
We're not allowed to talk about where I work. But anyways,
no,
because, you know, we don't want to fucking put a big shadow over top of this show here. But anyways, Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman are actually fucking like best friends in real life. So Heyman would tell the guy, especially if he's coming back to wrestling, like, hey, do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. You can see the influence, especially, you know where you see it? In that videotaped promo where Lesnar's talking about. Where they show the clips in the pictures of him in UFC, you know what I'm talking about? That video package they keep showing over and over again.
Right. Well, they aired that fucking interview segment from Raw last week over and over and over.
I know.
Oh, dude. In addition to that, and then they had Brock's matches with Kurt Angle, Jeff Hardy, Hulk Hogan. Who else was there, dude? There were a bunch of people.
The Rock. Yeah, like anybody that makes him look cool. Like oh, he beat up Jeff Hardy. Oh, he beat up The Rock. Oh, he beat up Hulk Hogan. Wow. Like we forgot. It's been 8 years. We're little kids. You know.
RVD. Misfit in the chat. RVD was another one. You're right.
RVD was the other one. But yeah. So the whole point of the promo, what I was trying to say was, shit, we're still on Edge and Cena. I don't want to. Yeah, all right, let's just go in order. I'll save it for the main event.
All right,
but anyway, it was bad but good, and there's reasons I got.
It was horrible. I mean, it was the go home show to a pay-per-view, dude, and there was no Cena out there for the contract. It was just fucking garbage. The whole thing was garbage, dude.
He takes too long. He's not sure of himself, but he was saying the right things. And back in the day, if you remember the old Lesnar, he was the same way. He was not sure of himself. He wasn't saying the right things. Right. It was worse back in the day. Now it's like, all right, he's saying the right things, but he stutters and stalls before he says it.
Right.
His eyes he doesn't look confident so it looks like he's trying to remember. You can see him in his face trying to remember, like if you're watching it on TV. Maybe in the arena it's not the same.
Right.
Although they were shitting all over him in the arena, so I'm pretty sure it was probably the same vibe. It was like, spit it out, motherfucker. That's the best way I can put it. Spit it out, motherfucker. He doesn't spit it out.
Yeah, get it done and over. You know what I mean?
I thought they were going to go too long. Like, I'm like, wait a minute.
They did.
We're like 11:10, no Cena yet. Obviously he's coming out. What the fuck is going on?
They did run long. Raw didn't end last night until like 11:17 or 11:18 or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, it went way long. We had Chris Jericho defeated Kofi Kingston. They gave this a lot of time. They went to commercial break there in the middle of it. Really good match for Monday Night Raw, man. And you knew that, dude. On paper, Chris Jericho, Kofi Kingston's a good match. You know what I mean? And they delivered last night. It was really good, man.
I heard that match went on a little too long. I didn't see it, but I heard it went on like through like a couple commercial breaks.
Yeah, but you're also on a 3-hour show. You know what I mean? You've got to have at least a few long now, otherwise you're gonna get all promos for the entire show.
But the point is, Jericho's in the world title hunt, WWE title, whatever. You got to make him look strong. He's against a nobody guy like Kofi Kingston. You can't have him battling his ass off to win the match. He should be able to he should be able to beat that guy like it's nothing.
Jericho, beat him with the Walls of Jericho for the submission, tapped out, and then after the match, Jericho said that he's going to take CM Punk's title, and again, put down Punk's mother, sister, brother, whoever else, his whole family. I gotta
pee so bad. We got 23
so
minutes.
Go pee.
I'm gonna make it.
Go pee.
Here, I'll throw somebody else on here.
No, Jesus.
Here you go. Here's a fill-in for you.
Thank you.
Just run down Ross. She'll just
Well, wait a minute. Wait, can you hold your pee? You gotta hold your pee in for a second, Boone.
Nope, he's not holding it.
He's gone. That's it.
He's going.
Well, hello, Tiff Tiff.
I'm not Tiff Tiff. I'm Katie.
Oh, you're Katie. Well, all right, I was gonna play Tiff Tiff. So we got a theme song for you. You know what I mean? We play Big Titties, rocking some big titties or something like that. What's going on, Katie? How are you?
I'm pretty good.
That's
How about
good.
you?
I'm good. Just trying to deal with a drunk Boone on live radio. You know what I mean? But it's
it's Matt for you.
Yeah, it's a weekly thing. You know what I mean? I'm used to it. So, anyways, whatever. So, did you see Monday Night Raw last night?
No, I did not.
No? Figures. All right. Well, let me keep running down Raw, and then you can chime in with whatever. There was a backstage segment. It was John Laurinaitis and Eve Torres. Basically, Laurinaitis offered Eve a job as executive administrator. She accepted the role. And CM Punk was backstage, and Jericho basically said earlier in the night that he had gotten him a gift, and it was a liquor basket. This is where we should have Boone, right? A whole liquor basket for him. It was a liquor basket, and that was it. Lord Tenzai defeated R-Truth. This is pretty much a short match, and then Kane came to the ring and cut just another corny Kane promo. Do you watch pro wrestling at all, or no?
When I'm with Matt, that's about it.
You know who Kane is?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, he's so corny. I mean,
they're all corny.
Most of it. Well, like John Cena's corny with John Cena promos. Kane's corny. You're right. Most of them are corny. CM Punk's about the only guy that keeps it real, I guess.
Yeah, CM Punk's pretty good. I don't mind him.
Yeah, he's not bad. So Kane comes out, right, and he basically says he's gonna do bad things to Randy Orton at Extreme Rules, and says that Orton couldn't beat Kane with rules, much less without rules. And that was pretty much it. He basically said that come Extreme Rules, Randy Orton's never going to wake up from hell or whatever the fuck it was. And then Orton popped up. Randy Orton popped up. What do you think of Randy Orton?
I really don't care, to be honest.
He appeared on screen, basically said that when you mess with his father or you mess with his family, there's no turning back. And Orton had Paul Bearer, which is kind of another surprise. You had Edge return in the opening segment, and then you had Paul Bearer. He was tied up, and basically Orton threw him in a freezer. And Kane said, I could care less about my father. I don't care what you do to my family, and I'm not going to come and save you. Then we had Alex Riley, who was backstage, told Chris Jericho that he had just witnessed CM Punk in his locker room drinking the liquor from the basket that he had earlier. And
it didn't take long.
Right. And Jericho said, I don't believe you, so go show me. And they walk down the hallway, and they peep open the door, and there's CM Punk in the ring, or in the room, drinking liquor, or supposedly drinking liquor. And then they followed that up with the DWI test, or what is it? Field sobriety test that they were.
Field sobriety test.
Field sobriety test. There you go.
Okay, here's Matt.
Alrighty. Goodbye, Katie.
I'm sorry.
Boy, thanks, Boone. You leave me with somebody to fed that.
Dude, there was no way I was gonna make it 30 minutes without taking a piss. It just
Right.
wasn't gonna happen.
Right, but you put her on there, and then it's like an awkward moment where I could have done it myself.
I told you, just run down Raw. I said she's just gonna say like you didn't have to do anything.
So what the fuck was she there for? To say get her out of there. I don't need her there.
So in case you needed to buy time, like you don't need to interview her. You that's your own. Like you should. I'm saying, yeah, exactly. If you would have interviewed her, you would have got some fucking great stories. You didn't try.
Nobody cares. I mean, it's the pro wrestling show. Everybody wants to talk about pro wrestling. Nobody gives a fuck about
They
Kate.
like the banter, man. That's why they listen. Like, listen. I was thinking about our formula the other day, and you're gonna get mad at me because I'm cutting time for nothing. But I was thinking about our formula the other day. Here's why we're better than everybody else. You want me to tell you why?
Why?
Because everybody else thinks the whole point to a show. Let's put it this way. Is to get on the air, to talk about the stories of the day,
right?
To talk about the shows, to talk about the pay-per-views. Guess what? Everybody's already seen the show.
Right.
Everybody's already read the fucking story. So guess what they tune in for? They tune in for 3 things. They tune in, and I think I'm going to forget the third. They tune in to A, be informed, which we do, which they're already informed for the most part, but we re-inform them and elaborate on the information. Like, they only read a certain article, and we might tell them some more details they didn't know by reading the article.
Yes.
So they get a little information.
Mm-hmm.
B, they tune in to be entertained. Okay, it's a fucking show. The whole point of listening to a show is to sit through it and be like, wow, I enjoy listening to it. Like, I'm telling you right now, there's MMA shows that I listen to because I have to for work, because of interviews that guys do. And I'm like, well, I got to hear this interview because it's a big name, and if he says something newsworthy, I got to be there to catch it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so for my job, I got to listen to this interview. But guess what? If the show sucks, as soon as the interview's over, I'm tuning out. I don't give a fuck how popular this show is. I don't give a shit. If it's boring, it's boring. So they tune in to be informed, entertained, and I do forget the third one. But there was 3 reasons. I was thinking about it in bed last night. I swear to God, I was like, I think about this show sometimes. And then I'm like, why are we so much better than everybody? And I was like, okay, I broke it down to a
What do you do? Sit there and dream about WZR Radio? Is that what you do?
I really do. I daydream about it. Let's put it that way. I don't really dream about it, but I daydream. Like, why are we better? You know, fuck Boone, you have a boring life. Wow, Kev, you couldn't be more wrong, brother. Yeah, exactly. You heard that?
Listen, I'll give you this, dude. I think we are, as far as internet radio is concerned, I know we're the biggest show online.
Oh, what's up, brother?
Listen, I know we're the biggest show online, right? As far as a internet-based only show. We are the biggest show online. Nobody else gets this many people in the chat room and this many listeners, even on the archive, this, that, and the other thing, right? And he muted the phone, that son of a bitch. See? The dude's got a party going on in the background, and he mutes the phone on me as I'm plugging the radio. This motherfucker. I should fuck you up, Boone. I should fuck you up, man. This son of a bitch. Anyways, are you back?
Well, did you go to me?
No, you muted your fucking phone.
I did. Somebody had just walked in. I'm sorry, man.
We're not stupid, dude. We can tell when you mute your phone. It goes dead silent.
Can you hear it when I mute it for real?
Well, it goes dead silent. We can't hear you. Get the fucking party out of your house. Get here and do this live radio show that you're paid to do, motherfucker. Yes, sir. Get back on track. So back to Monday.
Show. Come on.
So back to Monday Night Raw. We left off with Lord Tensai defeated R-Truth.
I didn't even see that. But are we done with the Cena, the Edge Cena thing? Like, you didn't really even tell me what was the whole fucking point of that?
I told you it was a pep talk.
It was. What was the pep talk about? Like, I remember
about defeating Lesnar at Extreme Rules on Sunday.
Because I read about it, and it was like, you're not the same Cena I knew, but I didn't know what the reference meant. I didn't get it.
We're doing a pep talk for Sunday's Extreme Rules pay-per-view main event. Pep talk.
Okay.
Pep talk, basically.
I still don't know what that means.
Cena's got to go and return to the old Cena and defeat Brock Lesnar at Extreme Rules.
What does that mean? What was the old Cena?
The old Cena's the old Cena that defeated Edge back in the day.
Okay, so he was tougher when he beat Edge. Now he's a weak guy.
Right, and he's a changed man, and he's not the same Cena as before.
Yeah, so. You were probably talking to Katie while I was pissing about that. Yeah, I missed that.
Yes. So we left off with Alex Riley backstage. Basically, they caught CM Punk drinking, or they thought they caught CM Punk drinking backstage.
I saw
in the
that.
locker room.
I did see that.
We had there's the telephone again. God damn.
I'm sorry, man. Dude, you're gonna fire me. Don't fire me, man.
Shut the fucking phone off. Shut the telephone off.
All right.
So the Big Show and the Great Khali defeated Cody Rhodes and Alberto. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying. I'm trying to give you guys
don't
a.
let 2 seconds of
I'm
fucking
trying.
distractions.
I'm trying to give you guys a pro wrestling show, but this motherfucker, man, this motherfucker. See, the two big guys. It was the Big Show and the Great Khali defeated Cody Rhodes and Alberto Del Rio. Basically, they were trying to take out Show for a while. And then Khali and Cody Rhodes were in the ring. Khali gave him a chop, and Big Show hit a chokeslam for the win. They also announced that the Extreme Rules pre-show, it's going to be Santino Marella against The Miz for the U.S. title, and that's going to air on YouTube. I guess WWE's relationship with YouTube is really good. Both sides are making good money from it, and that's part of the reason that you have, all these shows like Superstar Toys and Backstage Raw Fallout, Backstage Smackdown Fallout, outside the lines or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Well, UFC does the same thing. I mean, YouTube is a fucking phenomenon. I mean, it's a way to promote yourself. Like, if you want to promote yourself on the internet, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, those are the 3 main ways to do it. So,
right.
If it's video content, YouTube is where it's at. So
well,
I
mean, major companies like WWE and UFC, they make good money with the advertisements and things that air, before the stream actually airs.
But a lot of it's information. Look no further than the WrestleMania press conference. Where was that? That was live on YouTube.
Right.
Look at no further than today's UFC press conference, live from Brazil at it was supposed to be 10 in the morning, but they did it at 11 in the morning because they got delayed, and they had that live on YouTube. Like it was fucking crazy.
YouTube never used to stream. It used to be Justin.tv and what are the other ones? Ustream is another one.
Those are illegal though. Like YouTube is an official affiliation. Like
they're not
giving them permission to stream their shit.
They're not illegal. Well, you're right. As far as fans and people like that streaming events and pay-per-views on Ustream and
the company doesn't condone Ustream and Justin TV. They condone YouTube doing it because they promote YouTube having it.
Exactly. So YouTube's going into, kind of the streaming business, but only for major companies. It's not like any random fan can go and stream a pay-per-view. You've got to have...
It's got to be beneficial to both parties. YouTube's got to be like, well, you're going to drive traffic to us, and WWE or UFC's got to be like, well, we got to have our fans able to click a button and very easily watch our shit without any goddamn hesitation. They don't need to sign up. They don't need to wait. They can just click a button and boom, there we are. It's got to be beneficial to both companies.
Back to Raw, you had a backstage segment. It was Chris Jericho basically told John Laurinaitis, listen, I just saw CM Punk drinking in the back, and you should strip him of the title. And then Eve Torres brought up something where, straight from the WWE wellness policy, where she said, listen, any talent are prohibited from drinking within 12 hours of a WWE event. And that's true, man. If you read the WWE wellness policy, it's right there, man. Bold as day. You know what I mean? 12 hours, you cannot drink. So they brought that up, kind of real.
Can I drink 12 hours before a radio show, or
listen? I could not control you. If you're gonna drink, you're gonna drink, motherfucker.
There's more people coming in my house right now. You're gonna get so fucking mad.
Oh man. What are you doing throwing parties on?
They're going in the other room.
Yeah, but
I apologize. Don't fire me.
Yeah, but what are you doing? It's like a Tuesday night, and you're throwing a banger at your house.
Did I not tell you before we went on the air? Did I not warn you?
Yeah, but it's Tuesday night. What the fuck are you throwing bangers?
I know, I fucked up.
You know what I mean? It's crazy, motherfucker.
I love you. Can I get a hug, please?
You ain't getting no hug from me, motherfucker.
Right,
well, you put a shirt on, and maybe I'll give you a hug.
I got a shirt on. I don't walk around like that. I'm on a beach and fuck off.
Get through our live chat room, WZROnline.com/chat. Once again, WZROnline.com/chat. Come on, you guys in the chat, you know that this is the
Bunker
best.
Says Tuesday is booze day.
Listen, you know damn well this is the best radio show online on the internet.
And also, AMC boy, and I'm gonna interrupt you for this one because you're gonna like it.
Yes.
He says, if Boone had any other boss, ... I'm pretty sure you know where he's going.
Who controls the chat topics where they say, take it off, Boone?
It's Vendetta.
It's Vendetta? Vendetta, listen, you can call up later, but you're in big, bold letters in the chat room. It says, take it off, Boone. You fucking
homo. Saw what he said earlier,
you homo.
Now he's saying it's not him. I get it. Boone should do a
yo.
strip tease for Ryan. Wow,
See,
who is right?
whoever it is, whoever's doing that, if it's
Kev.
if
Okay, it's Kev. That's what they say.
if it's Kev or if it's Ryga, if it's one of the mods, you guys.
Whoever
listen,
it is just got fired. I
do you know?
guarantee you. He's
Do you
gonna
know?
be pissed when
No,
he hangs up the phone.
do you know how gay? Do you know how gay you sound right now saying Boone, take it off? Oh, Boone, strip it down for us, baby. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, you homo. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Listen. I agree with Osama bin Crosby on this one. Take it off first of all. Now that's the topic. But Osama bin Crosby says stop gay bashing. If I would have just said the exact same fucking phrase you just said, you would have fired me. You would have said, dude.
No, I'm not gay
you got
bashing.
gay people that listen.
We've
well,
already
you just
no,
said
no.
You fucking homo. You just said you fucking homo.
Well,
you
what's
just said that.
he's a homosexual, right? What's the difference?
Well,
Homosexual.
In a derogatory sense, motherfucker.
It's not. Listen, you get.
You hear how I stress my R's on that, motherfucker?
Listen, bro.
Right.
I have no problem with being gay whatsoever, dude. But for somebody,
so you're gay and you
for
have
somebody,
okay.
for,
I understand.
that
listen,
you know
if
what?
you're gay, Ryan,
Hey,
it's okay.
that could be the case. That could be the case, man.
You said,
Maybe it's.
I have no problem being gay, so you're gay and you have no problem with it. That's great that you learn to live with it. I appreciate
Jesus
that.
Christ.
Everything's good.
Jesus Christ.
Nobody's gonna think any less of you. It's okay.
Hey, listen, I've got no problem with people being gay. I'm not
With
gay
people. Oh, now people.
I'm not gay myself, but I've got no problem with people being gay. But
Okay,
maybe that's the case. Maybe that's the case. Maybe one of our mods in the chat room is gay, and that's why they put that stuff in big bold letters.
I think he's just fucking with you because you seem to have a problem with it. Like, you really do have a problem with me wearing no shirt and I don't understand.
Oh,
I
man.
don't get it.
It started out as a big joke that me and you talked about off air, and we said we were going to bring it on to
I'm
live
fucking with you on
radio.
air the same way I do off
Oh,
air.
God,
No
dude. It
difference.
started out as a big joke, and now it's just gone way, way beyond where it was supposed to go. But whatever. Get to our live chat room, WZROnline.com /chat, WZROnline.com/chat.
For the record, everybody in the chat saying we're both gay. I don't know.
We
I've
had,
sex with a girl. Does that mean I'm not gay? I don't know.
Brock Lesnar arrived to the building, and they showed him in, and then Josh Matthews went up to him and tried to ask him some questions, and Lesnar just beat the living piss out of him. They followed up on WWE.com with a big
I
injury.
saw the article, where they followed up on his condition like it was real. They said he had an MRI in his brain.
Right.
You gotta love the WWE.com. I would hate to work, because we work for websites. Could you imagine if your job for a living wasn't working for Pro Wrestling Scoops with 2S's.com or WZROnline.com and you work for WWE.com instead, and your job was to, okay, we gotta finish roll. I'm sorry, man, you're talking about the Matthews thing. But if your job was to work for WWE.com and you had to actually sell the fact that he was really injured and like write it in a serious fashion, could you imagine that being your fucking, your job for the day?
Well, it's storyline. You got to write storyline-related articles. You know what I mean?
So I'm saying, like, you got to, like, all right, let me find out a way to pretend that he's really hurt when clearly he's not. You know?
Right. We had Nikki Bella. This was probably the most interesting point on Raw with the WWE Divas. Nikki Bella defeated Beth Phoenix in a lumberjack match to win the WWE Divas title.
Yeah. What was that about? You got to tell me, because they're supposed to be leaving, I thought.
Well, I think they are leaving. That is still the case. They are leaving come April 30th at the end of the month. They haven't re-signed contracts yet. I mean,
so they're throwing the scent off to the mark.
That's not to say that they couldn't re-sign contracts with WWE before April 30th, but as of right now, they are expected to leave the company. The deal is, Nikki Bella had been planned to win the Divas title for a few weeks now, and then basically the idea is they're going to job both Bella twins out, at least Nikki Bella, with the return of Karma coming back. And Beth Phoenix, obviously, when Karma returns, they're going to give her a push with the Divas title, right? We know that.
Yeah.
And Karma's return is coming quickly. Then she's expected to go into a storyline feud with Beth Phoenix. And you don't want to have Beth Phoenix lose right now, knowing that you're going to have a storyline coming up in a couple months involving Beth Phoenix and Karma. So the idea is to get the title off Beth Phoenix so that Karma doesn't have to beat her right now. You put it on Nikki Bella, Karma returns, completely squashes Nikki Bella on the way out, and then has the Divas title, and then you do the Karma versus Beth Phoenix feud, and you haven't had Karma defeat Beth Phoenix or Beth Phoenix defeat Karma yet. So the idea is basically you're going to job out Nikki Bella. Despite the fact that she just won the Divas title, you're going to job her out on the way out. You know what I'm saying?
See, what sucks is you just ate up 4 minutes talking about something about Raw that was so unimportant, and I know you want to finish Raw. So
No, it is.
I've got a million questions based on that, but I'll
It
leave
is.
them all alone.
No,
What
go
happened next?
go ahead. It is. That was like I said, man. That was.
Why? Okay, Nikki Bella was supposed to have a title run. The Bellas are leaving, but they don't want her having a title when Karma comes back. First of all, what's the difference between Nikki and Brie? They're fucking twins. Why is Nikki? Let's give Nikki a title run. Why did they decide Nikki instead of Brie? Did Nikki fuck the right guy? Is that what happened?
Dude, you could pick either. That's the stupidest question I've ever heard, dude.
No, that's a logical question. You said it like it was a plan. Like, all right, well, we need to give Nikki this title run. Why are they giving either one of them a title run if they're about to leave?
It could have been either of. You've got to pick and choose one of them, right? They look the exact same. You've got to pick.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
Right. So you've got to.
They were going to give Nikki this title run, and now they're leaving.
All right. So say it was Brie Bella. It doesn't make a difference, dude. They're exactly the same, pretty much, dude. You could.
That's my opinion. I don't understand where the argument is happening, but
listen, you had to pick
so if they're
one.
both leaving, why give either one of them a title? Because they're trying to entice them to stay, or because usually they job people out on the way out. Why aren't they jobbing them out? Like they just made Maxim magazine cover.
No, they're gonna job them out on the way out, dude. It was, I mean, obviously they could have picked somebody else.
They got 1 week left.
It didn't have to be the Bella Twins that won that match. You're right on that. I agree with that. It could have been anybody else.
When is their contract up?
April 30th, dude.
April 30th? Oh shit! I thought you said the 1st. I was gonna say they got 1 week left. Why would they be giving them the title a week before their contract's up? Okay, that makes more sense. So I'm wrong.
Sure, man. Sure. We had.
I'm in trouble.
Man,
guys, I'm in trouble on the commercial.
Well, you are just shit-faced right now, dude. You're just wah 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 wah.
No. I had logical. You said stuff that made me think of questions.
All right, so they had the field sobriety test that was up next, dude. Teddy Long comes out of the ring and he's got two police officers, obviously indie workers. Chris Jericho comes out, says that he wants to watch, make sure that nothing goes down. Punk comes out and basically they've got the white line set up, blah 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 blah, and Punk acts all drunk and he's on the microphone acting drunk. And the police officers eventually leave. They ask, what do you guys think? Did he pass the test or did he fail the test? Obviously, he failed the test. And then after the cops leave, Punk says the alphabet backwards. That was stupid, dude. Asking somebody to say, and Punk even brought that up. Listen, a normal person can't say the alphabet backwards. I mean, I can't do it. You can't do it.
I can't do it either. And there's a million things I got to say about this. God, can we just go a couple minutes on?
Go ahead.
Man, he said he was doing the alphabet. First of all, the whole reason, the setup was, if he can't pass his field sobriety test, Teddy Long has to strip him from the title, give it to Jericho. If the cops say he failed the test, right? The cops said he failed the test, so they strip the title. They get to give it to Jericho and CM Punk. After the cops already left the fucking ring, left the arena, they're nowhere to be seen anymore. There's no more cops.
Yes.
So, okay, he's about to pass the field sobriety test, but there's no cops there to confirm it. So why does that apply?
They confirmed it. They confirmed it before they left.
Huh?
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
But either way, he said the alphabet. He went to do the alphabet backwards, and he did it wrong. He got up to ST, whatever the fuck it was, and he did ST backwards. That's all I remember.
Did he make a mistake saying it?
He did. He did. Did anybody pick up on that at all besides me? He said ST. That's, if you're saying it front to back, ABC, then it's ST. But backwards, it would be TS. He said ST.
I didn't catch it on Raw last night. I didn't catch it.
I told you online. I said, dude, he said ST.
I was so mad at you last night. I wasn't listening to a fucking word you said last night. God, I was so angry. I could have choked you out last night. But anyway.
You were mad.
I was angry.
I got no excuse. But yeah, I fucked up. But he fucked up.
You always fuck up.
Punk.
You always fuck up. Punk never fucks up.
But the whole point was he was being a smartass. Like, I can do it.
Yes.
C-Y-X-W-V-U, and that's about. I think it's then T, and I think he said S there, and then said T.
The whole
that's
point.
Backwards.
The whole point of the whole Punk drinking storyline, and we brought this up a couple weeks ago. You knew this is where it was going to lead. Punk was going to start drinking, or he's going to be caught drinking. As soon as they did the stuff where Punk, was walking into a pub, blah 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 blah. You knew that they were going to go that
Jake
way.
Roberts thing. They did the same thing with Jake the Snake when he was drunk or whatever. They had him pretend to be drunk on air for a match with Jerry the King Lawler, and then in the middle of the match he revealed that he was sober, hit the DDT and pinned him.
Right.
It was no different. It was I knew I was on mute and I still knew where they were going with it. That's how predictable it was.
So here's the deal. We'll come back after the break. We will run down the rest of Monday Night Raw.
Hopefully we will. I might be fired.
You'll be back, motherfucker. You'll be back,
cool,
dude.
Cool.
Although the last couple of weeks, I've really, never mind. There's been some times where I said, man, I am gonna fucking, kill this. If I didn't love you like a brother, dude, you would have been fired long ago. But nonetheless, you're still here, so whatever.
I love you, brother.
Plus, WZR Radio wouldn't be the same without Matt Boone. That's one job.
It really wouldn't.
That's,
drunk, sober, whatever.
That's one job you always keep, man. The websites may be a different story, but the fucking the radio show, you always be here. Anyways, we're gonna come back.
Jackie Hour number 2. We got that whole thing still.
Yeah, we do.
You want to promote that, or
we're almost done with Raw, dude. So we'll come back after the break. We will finish up Monday Night Raw. We'll talk about the main event segment because I know Boone's got a lot to say on that. And I do as well. It sucked big time. It was horrible.
it was bad.
So we'll talk about that. And you know what, dude? I've got beer in the fridge, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to
Please.
I'm going to the refrigerator. I'm cracking open a beer. We're coming back, dude. We're gonna get shit faced.
Join me, won't you?
I will join you. We'll be back. Anyways, here we go. We're going to the break. I don't have anything to play. We'll just play how about Metallica. Enter Sandman.
Tuesday's gone. Don't forget by the end of the show.
Tuesday's going. Oh yeah. You're right. Send me the name of that song during the
Leonard
break.
Skinner. Tuesday's gone.
All right, no doubt. Paste it in IM because I'm gonna forget that. All right, here we go. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. Play some Enter Sandman from Metallica. We'll come back and finish up Monday Night Raw. Take your live phone calls. Do the rapid fire segment. And whatever else you guys want to do in hour number 2.
Neverland.
We're off to Neverland, no doubt. Here we go. You're listening to WZR Radio with Matt Boone and Ryan Clark. We'll be back right after this. And we're back, or I'm back, WZR Radio. I was talking to you guys in the live chat room. Man, oh man. Boone is off his rocker tonight, man, but it's Boone. I'm used to working with it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do. Anyways, I just cracked open a tilt. You guys ever have these tilts, man? I hate the Four Locos. They suck. They're horrible. But these tilts, oh my god, the Tropical Punch, they're amazing, and they fuck you up. They're good. Trust me. They're real good. So, anyways, that's what I'm gonna do to combat Boone tonight. I figure if he gets shit-faced, I gotta do something to be able to deal with this son of a bitch. Anyways, get to our live chat room, WZROnline.com/chat. Once again, WZROnline.com/chat. Here's the deal. We're gonna finish up Monday Night Raw, and then we're gonna take your live phone calls. The deal with Jackie, I know a lot of you guys are asking about Jackie. Her mother emailed me after the show went off the air last week. Jackie's got a mental condition that we were unaware of, and we thought it was all in good fun. And, you know, we loved having her call up on a weekly basis. Some of your comments in the chat room last week upset her. And, you know, we got to kind of lay off for a little bit. Hopefully she calls back. I know, Boone, you're back, right? Boone's back.
Yeah, I gotta help you with the ums. I heard too many ums just now. I said, let me jump on here and help my buddy out real quick. Holy shit.
Well, here's the deal. You know what happened last week when we went off the air. When we went off the air last week, I got an email from Jackie's mother, and she.
Oh, that's right. You told me about that. I forgot about that.
You know, listen, it's all in good fun. We have a good time here. We love taking your live phone calls, and. You know, there was some stuff that we didn't know, I didn't know, you didn't know about Jackie. You know, a mental condition that she has, and some of the comments last week in the chat room.
Should you even be bringing that up on the air?
Some of the comments. Just let me do this, man. Some of the comments last week in the chat room kind of upset her, and you know, I mean, that was the real deal last week. And she went off here and she was crying, and then we kind of poked fun at it. And after it was over, man, I kind of felt bad. And I know I talked to Boone over the week, dude, and we said that, you know, forget about the bet. We'll forget about the bet. We don't have to do this. I mean, clearly, listen, when we made the bet, she thought that she was going to win, obviously, and probably didn't think she was going to have to do the things that we had told her to do. You know what I mean? And sure, it would have been funny. We all would have got a good laugh out of it.
I mean, I agree with her. I had the same bet as she.
Yeah, we'll just drop it and kind of go from there. And hopefully, I mean, listen, her mother says she's probably going to take a break for a little bit, and, you know, that's fine. Hopefully she calls back. Maybe even she'll call back tonight, and we can apologize on air. But
man, I mean? I should have followed up with you, because I remember you telling me that their parents contacted you. Here's what I remember, because you got to remember the last week, Xanax, etc. I remember, I could have sworn you pissed her off with playing a bunch of songs. And then I was
No.
told that it was my fault. But here's
No.
just look at it from my point of view. Let me finish. I'll let you finish. Let me finish. I didn't even know she was crying until after the show was over. I don't hear the callers that well, man. You gotta understand what I hear. There's a million times we have callers, and I have to ask. You'll be like, "What do you think, Boone?" And I'm like, "What'd they say?" Because I didn't even hear them. You know what I'm saying? So there's a million times when we have callers, I don't hear them. I did not hear Jackie crying. I promise you, I did not hear her. I remember after she hung up, you told me she was crying, and we may have made fun of that. But I was just rolling with the punches at that point. I didn't even know what was going on.
There were some comments. There were some comments from people in the chat room that apparently she read or somebody read. I don't know if she's in here on a weekly basis. She may be. She may not be. Some of the people come in the chat room and they talk. Some others don't. Some others just kind of listen to or watch what other people say. And I don't know where it came from. But there were some comments about a short bus and things like that. It set her off, dude. And she's got a condition, a mental condition that we didn't know about. And her mother's a really nice lady. And we'll kind of take it from there. Hopefully she calls back. So Jackie, my apologies, and Boone apologizes as well. And hopefully we can have you back on. Hopefully we can have you back on here in the near future, and we'll just kind of go from there. You know what I mean? It's a good time. Everybody,
don't drop a short bus comment on me. Don't do that, man. I didn't see that coming. Okay, you fucking hit me in the face with that. I didn't see it happening.
All right.
That wasn't fair.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna finish up Monday Night Raw from last night, and then we're gonna give you guys NXT and SmackDown spoilers. What?
I'm sorry. I want to relate. You know what? The short bus thing. My brother Mike, I've talked about him on the air, right? Mike Bryant.
Right.
Can I tell the truth about him? You know about this, right?
That's fine, yeah, man.
Okay. He's my best friend in the world. You can check my Facebook. He's my best friend. Hold on. Paul. Mike Bryant. Do you know who that is? Hell yeah. He's my roommate. He's my best friend. And guess what? We consider each other brothers, even though we have different mothers, different fathers. We don't have any blood relation, but we grew up together, so we consider each other brothers. I love that guy, and I would do anything for that guy. The same with you, Ryan. I consider you a brother. There's people in my life like Steven. He's not really my brother, but guess what? He's my brother. Ryan's my brother. Mike's my brother. Mike Bryant was in the Special Olympics. He rode a short school bus to school. He's mentally slow, but this is the part where I don't want to make my boss mad, but in a Jackie way, like, you can't tell that Mike's a slow guy by talking to him. You can't tell Jackie by talking to him.
And you couldn't, and that was the thing with Jackie.
She seemed like a very normal girl. Like a very big, passionate wrestling fan. That's all she sounded like.
Right, that was it, man, that she was a passionate wrestling fan. And then when I got the email from her mother last week, man, and it led to a whole nother issue, and I said, man, if I had known that, it's like Mike, I would never, listen, I know Mike, we went to Las Vegas. Mike came to Las Vegas with
that's exactly right.
And I would never, ever say anything mean, anything derogatory towards Mike, and I'd never do that to Jackie either, man.
But here's the thing. We had one story from Vegas that we both appreciate and love, where they asked us all, complimentary drinks, sir, while we're gambling.
Right.
Matt, what will you have? I said, I'll take a rum and Coke. Ryan Clark, what will you have? I'll take a Jack and Coke. Brian Einhouse, and then they went through the names, and then they got to Mike, my slow brother, and he said, I don't have any money. And the lady had to explain to him that complimentary meant free. And did we laugh? Yeah. I mean, he's our brother. We didn't. And there was no evil intentions behind it. The same as last week with Jackie. There was no evil intentions behind what we were doing. There was nothing evil about it. We were just being honest.
Nothing. And it all started over a bet. And listen, if we wouldn't have had your right loser on your forehead and everything else if we had known that it would offend you in that manner. So we'll drop the bet.
And I even went out of my way to explain the loser part. I said, listen, we're not calling you a loser. We're saying you lost a bet. So you have to write loser. That was the only thing that loser had to do. It wasn't. And now I feel like a fucking complete shithead, and I really apologize.
No, and I apologize too, Jackie. So hopefully you call back in and listen. Everybody's a family here. You know what I mean? Everybody comes in the chat room. Everybody gets along. Everybody chats it up, man.
We call it the Army for a reason.
And that's what it is, man. So hopefully we'll have you back. We'll be taking live phone calls here in just a little bit. Let's finish up Monday Night Raw from last night. Then we're gonna give you guys NXT and SmackDown spoilers as well. And then we'll move on. Like I said, we do the rapid fire segment. I just put it up. I couldn't get a hold of you during the break, Boone, so I put it up on my Facebook. It's facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. You can submit questions for the rapid fire. I was just telling the guys, man, I opened up this Tilt during the break. You ever have these, dude?
Tilt?
You call them tall boys, dude, but they're regular beers. This is like
the
a
tall boys.
this is like a Four Loko, man. It's not Four Loko. I can't stand the taste of that.
Oh, it's like a tea or one of those things?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's got 8.0 alcohol, man.
It's more alcohol than beer, but it's disgusting.
Right. I love it, dude. I think it's fucking
It tastes
great.
like shit. You got the watermelon. What flavor you got?
It says tropical punch.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I can
dude.
drink that. Yeah, I can drink that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
There's a sweet tea that's disgusting.
Yeah, I can't drink nothing with tea, dude. Get out of here with that.
Yeah. It's
All right.
like tea with lemon in it. I can't drink. It's got to be tea and sugar. That's it.
So we left off on Raw. Mark Henry defeated Sheamus. Daniel Bryan was the special guest referee. They're gonna do a rematch tonight at the SmackDown tapings. Then we had Santino Marella and Zack Ryder defeated Primo and Epico. The heels basically worked over Ryder, and then Ryder tagged into Santino. Santino hit the Cobra and got the 1, 2, 3. Backstage, Kane walked into the freezer. He went in, and Paul Bearer was in there. That was kind of cool.
I saw this. This was at I think 10 o'clock because I tuned into this too, and I was like, what are they doing at 10? And it was Kane in the ring cutting the most god-awful promo if there was people around you to watch it with you. It was just douche chill central.
Right.
And then they show Randy Orton comes up on the Titantron with Paul Bearer, which I was surprised to see. Like, was that known ahead of time before Raw? Like, did we know Paul Bearer was coming back for that?
No.
Exactly. It was a surprise to me, too. So when he was taped up in the chair and all this, he threw him in the cooler and shut the door. And, like, that was supposed to be the big, ooh, Randy Orton's got one up on Kane. And then Kane throws the curveball and says, I don't give a fuck, basically. Like, do what you got to do. I don't give a shit about Paul Bearer.
Right.
I don't care about my dad. My dad's the devil, et cetera, et cetera. This is the segment. So Kane gets one up. Music blasts. His fire goes off. He's walking away. Randy Orton comes down, beats him up. And they're setting up Extreme Rules. They're fighting at any point, at any time. I get it, but it was goofy.
All right, so we're going back to the backstage segment. Kane finds him in the freezer, and then you think that Kane's gonna take him out of the freezer, and he doesn't. He puts him back in the freezer, basically saying, "I don't give a fuck about my family. I don't give a fuck about my father." We had Brodus Clay and Hornswoggle defeated Dolph Ziggler
Somebody
and
call my mother.
Jack Swagger. This ended via disqualification. Vicky Guerrero was out there and tried to stop Clay from attempting a splash, and the ref called for the DQ. And then we'll skip to, that was pretty much it, man. We'll skip to the main event segment. It was Brock Lesnar. He came out, and then it was time for Cena to come out. Like you said earlier, Cena never showed up, but he was there earlier in the night, which was stupid, man, like you said earlier.
The fact that he didn't show up was one thing. Maybe he was scared. But Brock, his wording made it worse because Brock said, "Oh, you flew me into Detroit, and the other guy's too scared to show up." And I had not seen Cena Edge earlier, so I was wondering, well, are they holding Cena off to make it look like he's afraid because Brock busted his mouth up, a couple weeks ago, whatever? Because I'd seen the video package, and they re-showed Cena getting his mouth busted. They even talked about it. They highlighted his blood, the whole thing. We went through it last week. If you ban blood from TV for weeks and weeks and weeks, when you finally have somebody bleed, it means something because you haven't shown it for so long that it's like, oh shit, somebody's bleeding. Same as title changes. If you change the title every week, it doesn't mean shit. But if you wait a year and then change the title, like, oh shit, somebody just won the title. So it's the same kind of thing. So like they build up the blood. You got a picture from my point of view. I didn't see Cena Edge. So as far as I'm concerned, Cena might not be there. Like they play his theme music, I'm like, oh, he's not coming out. I guess Cena's not there tonight, quote unquote, in the storyline. And I knew he was there, but I was like, all right, I guess he's not coming out. And then Brock says, oh, he's too scared. He didn't even show up to the arena tonight. And, like, I didn't know that he was already in the fucking ring an hour and a half ago. I had no idea. So that was, we'll get into it, I guess now, Brock being stupid and saying dumb shit that doesn't make any sense. Like, Brock's not good on the microphone. That's one fucking proof right there.
So Brock came out and basically says that he's got a new list of demands. Number one is he wants access to Vince McMahon's private jet. Which happens anyway, by the way. The second one is he wants, the preference to show up on Raw whenever he wants, Show up one week and not show up the next week. The third one was he wants no fines of any kind for his actions. Basically, if he hits a referee or whatever he does, he wants no fines. And
because Sheamus got
wants
fined $500,000 supposedly for hitting a ref. Yeah, exactly.
Right. And the fourth one was he wants Raw to be renamed Monday Night Raw, starring Brock Lesnar. And then WWE.com followed up in a storyline earlier today, which says if he wins at Extreme Rules this Sunday night, we will have Monday Night Raw starring Brock Lesnar from this point forward. The whole thing was...
he fudged the promo thing, because obviously it would have been, if I win, we have to change the name of Raw. Otherwise, what's the point of that?
Right, exactly. A big mistake by Lesnar. It was all... It's leading up to Extreme Rules, where basically if Brock wins the match, then he gets Monday Night Raw starring Brock.
This happens, exactly.
Right. The whole problem was, dude, I mean, it was better Brock Lesnar on the microphone than we've seen in the past, with constant stuttering, this, that, and the other thing. It was just so boring, dude. It was like the go-home show, and then you don't even have Cena there until towards the end, before Raw went off the air. It was just it was the go-home show. This is your main event for Extreme Rules, and it was brutal to watch. Brock went on way too long.
Let me, I'm a historian of wrestling. Can you give me that credit in that respect? Do I not know my history of wrestling?
You do.
Okay. Brock Lesnar, here's the problem. And am I not a fucking genius when it comes to MMA and UFC? Okay, give me that credit. All right. Brock Lesnar, great natural athlete, great physical presence. He looks amazing, okay? He can't talk. He can't wrestle. How fucking important is he going to be to a WWE audience if he can't talk and he can't wrestle? Okay, he looks great. Cool. He's on screen. Wow, look how cool he looks. He looks like a badass. He looks like he should be the top guy. He feels like the top guy. But guess what? The second he starts talking, you're going to be like, what? Oh, wait, what is he saying? Like, what? Wait, what? Okay, well, whatever. Let's watch this match this Sunday. When he starts wrestling, and he's fumbling and goddamn bumbling all over the place, what? Like, what? Oh, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, after a while, the fans are going to see through it, and they're going to be like, they fucked up. Let's put it that way. Extreme Rules, 3 weeks after his return, he was on 3 Raws, and now he's in a pay-per-view match already. Guess what? You fucked up, Vince. WWE, you fucked up.
No, you fucked up.
You should have held him off for at least SummerSlam or Survivor Series. I mean, goddamn it, you should have goddamn kept him until WrestleMania and made people wait until WrestleMania to pay to see him fight. You fucked up, because by the time WrestleMania comes around, was the whole reason they signed him for that $5 million 1-year deal. By the time WrestleMania hits, nobody's going to give a shit about Brock Lesnar anymore. He's going to be just another guy. Period.
Yeah, but it's Brock Lesnar. I mean, listen, Brock Lesnar's made it big. I mean, he's one of the biggest stars in WWE history. I mean, let's be honest, dude. But keep in mind, I mean, when he was there before, he had Paul Heyman as a mouthpiece. And I think when you keep saying, they fucked up, blah, 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 if they were to bring a mouthpiece in like a Paul Heyman for this guy, they could turn it right around, man. You've got to have...
That's a whole different story. You bring Heyman in, the whole dynamic changes.
The whole dynamics, exactly.
Yeah, he can get through. Cena is the top guy, and he sucks as a wrestler. So Brock could get through matches sucking, no problem. Especially Extreme Rules matches, where you're not wrestling, you're fighting. And he's a fighter, as he's being marketed. But by the time WrestleMania rolls by, in a year from now, he's going to be so exposed as a shitty talker and a shitty wrestler that people are not going to care, oh, he's a great fighter, he was the UFC champion at one point. Nobody's going to give a shit in a year from now. I'm telling you, it's not going to move the meter on pay-per-view buy rates. It's not going to move. It hasn't moved the meter on TV ratings, on merchandise. It's not. He's not going to be worth his $5 million contract by the time, which was the whole reason they signed him. They fucked up.
If you put a mouthpiece,
they rushed it.
If you put a mouthpiece on him, I think he could really change it around. Not only
Absolutely.
that, but he's going to be in a main event match at WrestleMania. They're probably going to bill up WrestleMania 29 as Rock versus Brock, and that is brutal. I mean, think about that, dude. You want to look forward to
Rock blew up with Cena within 15. Yeah, it's going to be bad, but I mean, it'll sell. It'll still sell. It'll sell. But it's just it could be a lot bigger if they would have waited. And I mean, within 3 weeks, Brock's first match is on pay-per-view at a show called Extreme Rules. Nobody knows what SummerSlam has meaning. Survivor Series has meaning. People have heard of these names. Nobody knows what the fuck Extreme Rules is, okay? It doesn't mean anything. WrestleMania means something. If you would have waited till WrestleMania, and that's when Brock debuts in the ring for a match, and if you would have had Heyman talking for him the whole time, and just have him busting up Cena's mouth, cutting pre-taped vignettes like the one that they've been playing over and fucking over again because they realized finally they got Brock to say something coherent. You know what I'm saying? Now he's a star. But the second you put him in a live ring on live TV with a live microphone, even if Heyman's schooling him, which you can tell he's doing by last night, it doesn't mean anything because by the time he was done that promo, you're like, wow. He said all the right things, but he took so long. He looked so unconfident. It was bullshit. It sucked. It sucked. Can we be honest? It sucked.
All right, here we go with WWE NXT spoilers. We're going to run down NXT and Smackdown spoilers for you guys tonight. Here's NXT going to air this Wednesday on WZROnline.com. Derek Bateman defeated JTG. Tamina and Caitlyn defeated Maxine and Natalia. Tyson Kidd defeated Johnny Curtis for WWE Superstars. They taped a couple matches last night at Raw. Those spoilers are up on the main website. And then the only other match that they taped for Superstars tonight was Unico and Camacho defeated the Uso brothers. So that's NXT and WWE Superstars. And then for WWE SmackDown this Friday night, Daniel Bryan opened the show, cuts the promo, talked about getting rid of AJ and the guest referee job on Monday Night Raw. Says Alberto Del Rio comes out and interrupts and says that he would be the next world champion after the Extreme Rules pay-per-view this Sunday night. Big Show then comes out, interrupts, and clears both guys from the ring. He then chokeslammed Ricardo Rodriguez, who was the only guy left in the ring. The first match on SmackDown was Alberto Del Rio defeated Intercontinental Champion The Big Show in a non-title match. Del Rio won when Cody Rhodes came out and there was some outside interference. Damian Sandow talked on screen about the Age of Enlightenment.
Who?
One of those crazy promos. Guy from FCW. He's being called up.
They're bumping him up.
Bumping a lot of guys up over on SmackDown. You had new WWE Divas Champion Nikki Bella defeated Alicia Fox after the Twin Magic. Then also on SmackDown you had Darren Young and Titus O'Neil defeated Yoshi Tatsu and Ezekiel Jackson. And then you had the interview segment that they plugged last night on Monday Night Raw. Michael Cole interviewed Randy Orton about his rivalry against Kane ahead of the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Jinder Mahal came out here and took an RKO for his efforts. So that's where we leave off on WWE SmackDown. We'll have more spoilers up on the website. Probably, well, after we go off the air, we'll have full spoilers for NXT Superstars
Have they
and
started
SmackDown.
SmackDown yet? I'm sorry.
Have they started SmackDown yet?
Yeah, because it's my job to do that tonight, and I don't know.
Bro, I just ran down the spoilers for SmackDown.
I thought you were doing NXT and Superstars. Oh, shit, I'm
No,
sorry, man. It sounded like jobber names to me. I didn't hear anything that was SmackDown worthy. I'm sorry.
Daniel Bryan, Alberto Del Rio, The Big Show, Cody Rhodes, Divas Champion.
All right, I was having a flashback to when I gave a shit about wrestling. That's where we're at. That's it.
Those were the SmackDown spoilers, folks, and we'll have more SmackDown spoilers before we go off the air here tonight. You can get to our live chat room at WZROnline.com/chat. And we'll take your live phone calls right now. It's 518-712-3070. Once again, 518-712-3070. Give us a call right now. Also, you guys can get to the rapid fire segment. It's facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. Six pack in a chat says, have another drink, Boone. He's right, dude.
I saw that. I was thinking, Jackie, please call in. I would like a chance to apologize.
Man, I hope so. I hope so. I hope you're right. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's going on?
Hey, can I get your take on the Tyler Rex, Kurt Hawkins angle, and is that angle, or is it an angle trying to find a way to actually release them?
It's a good question. Basically what he's talking about, Boone's got his fucking mic muted again. This son of a bitch, man. God damn. He's in trouble. He's in trouble after we go off the air here tonight. It's an angle that they started on NXT. where they were fired, and then they tried to get a hashtag trending last night on Monday Night Raw. It trended in the UK, but not in America. But listen, I mean, WWE releases are coming in the very near future. They just got back from a overseas tour, and a lot of people are thinking that WWE releases are going to be coming possibly as early as later this week, maybe Friday. We'll have to wait and see. But the fact that they took him off NXT, and then there was talk of, bringing him over to SmackDown, guys that aren't being used, and especially if you're getting fired, even if it's a storyline angle, right now, you're in trouble, man. You're in big trouble when these WWE releases come in the next couple weeks. So it wouldn't surprise me to see him part ways with the company. Caller, oh no, by the way, guys, we've only got one phone line, so if you don't get through, keep calling back, and we'll try to get to each and every one of you before we go off the air here tonight. 518-712-3070. Just keep calling back, guys, and we'll eventually get to you. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's going on?
Hey, it's Rebel Foreskin. How we doing?
Hey!
What's up, man?
Hey. I thought I'd pop one open with both of y'all, too, so I'm drinking with
Go ahead, let me hear it.
I know, I already paused it, I said.
You motherfucker. Alright, go ahead.
I'm about 14 down, so this is going to be kind of hard. I wanted to get your thoughts on the TNA Open Fight Night concept that they're bringing tomorrow and what you think could come from it.
What does that mean, Ryan? You got open fight. What the hell, open fight? What does that mean?
All right, Open Fight Night is where each week one guy from Impact, whether you are on the roster or not on the roster, you can come and you can challenge any of TNA's champions. Will have to defend their title, right? So a wrestler that's not affiliated with TNA gets to earn a chance or gets to earn a contract with TNA Wrestling, right? And based on the non-affiliated wrestler's performance, there's going to be 3 judges, including Hulk Hogan, who are going to decide whether he or she receives a contract. So basically, a guy...
So they're tapping into ROH.
What do you mean by that?
Where are these guys coming from if they're not TNA contracted wrestlers? There's got to be ROH, right?
Well, no, there'll be ROH wrestlers these days are under contract. ROH is trying to get guys under contract.
For single shots, though?
Well, if you're under contract, you're not going to work for another company.
Oh, I mean, Ric Flair's under TNA contract. He was just at the Hall of Fame. I mean, you can make deals for a one-time thing.
You're going to bring up Ric Flair, dude, as an example. Come on.
What's bigger than Ric Flair, TNA fucking main guy next to Hulk Hogan being at the fucking biggest day of the week biggest day of the year next to WrestleMania?
Boone, that's Ric Flair, and it was a deal for the Hall of Fame ceremony. Give me a break,
so
dude.
What's the difference between that and a fucking nobody wrestler nobody's ever heard of from Ring of Honor wrestling one match for TNA and losing? And then going back to Ring of Honor. Nobody would give a shit.
Good Lord. It's completely different, Boone. You're talking about an indie wrestler coming in to work TNA Impact Wrestling, and then you're talking about Ric Flair to the WWE Hall of Fame, dude. Come on, bro. It's completely...
I apologize. I could have sworn that made sense to me. I'm sorry.
It's complete... I should mute his... Justin WWE, you are... I should mute his mic for stupid comments like that. It's not the same thing.
There was also about 50%. I'm looking at the chat, too, dickhead, and half of them said I'm fucking right. The other half said you're right.
It's not. You're comparing an indie worker coming in for a one-shot deal to Ric Flair and the WWE Hall of Fame, which happens once a year. Give me a break, dude. These guys are under contract. ROH talents are under contract with the company. If you're under contract with the company, they're not going to let you out of the contract for a one-shot deal, especially if it's to earn a shot to sign with TNA Wrestling.
So it's a big fucking angle then, like a big storyline. All right, I didn't realize it was all TV related. I thought, okay, they got to fucking goddamn sell house shows. Let's give them some extra matches. What do I know? I asked you. What the fuck do I know about TNA?
Well, what the fuck are you commenting for about TNA if you've got no idea? If you've got no idea what's going on, don't fucking comment, dude.
I asked a question. I stick by that.
It'll be indie workers. It'll be guys that aren't under contract.
It could be. Making me feel bad. All right.
Could be. Thank you. Well, no, you should shut up and let me take the call. You just go party. Go party. I'll finish up the show.
No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to make it better. I got 30 minutes to make it.
You're not going to make it better. You're making it worse tonight. As
I'll
we
make
go,
it better. Take some calls.
as we go on, we're getting worse and worse. 518-7 as you chug beer. 518-712-3070. Once again, 518-712-3070. You can give us a call right now. I'm gonna start taking some of these rapid fire questions.
Can we be honest? It's still entertaining. Even me being a retard, you're still enjoying
No,
it.
but it's like when you run down half a SmackDown, right? Like half a SmackDown, and then you
No,
say,
I wasn't listening. That's one example you got me on.
And then we run down half a SmackDown, and then he
I
says,
wasn't even listening.
we run down half a SmackDown, and then he says, are we going to talk about SmackDown? Have they started talking about SmackDown? Go. Get the fuck out of
Ever
here.
since then, I think they say credibility. Yeah, that was killed. Ever since then, anything I said, like, wait, he just did a whole segment about SmackDown, and Matt's response was, can we talk about SmackDown? That just sounds bad.
It's horrible, dude.
Anything he says is gonna be like, oh, Matt doesn't know what he's talking
No,
about.
the thing that sounds worse is tomorrow morning you wake up and you say, shit, dude, I don't remember half of that fucking show last night, dude. It's horrible,
no, next
bro.
Tuesday, I'll say that.
Next,
tomorrow, I'll still be like, wait, I think I did good.
Can we make I guess I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but next Tuesday night, can we have a non-drunk
intervention?
No, can we have a non-drunk sober Boone show up for 1 week, just for 1 week next week?
You wouldn't want that, man.
I would though.
We're live on the radio. Do you want to really talk this out right now? I mean,
no, because we get into it. We get into it big time, man. Even when you're sober, you know what I mean? But you're just very.
You really want to talk? All right.
You're very.
When I'm sober. When's the last time we don't want to do this on the air.
No, we don't. But I'm just asking.
No.
Maybe
I'm
next.
on something usually.
But next Tuesday we could have you come on here. See, you're talking like that. It's bad. It's not good, man.
It's not good. We don't want this to turn into the goddamn a drug addict show.
We won't.
You did that already once a year ago.
All right. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What up?
Hey, what's up, this NBA Hollywood? Have you noticed that WWE buried TNA last night with all the promos with Brock Lesnar in it?
I did. We talked about it.
I didn't hear a word of that, by the way.
I didn't really hear it either. But he said, did you notice? I think he said, did you notice that WWE plugged TNA a lot last night? And he's right, man. With the Brock Lesnar. Well, I mean, listen, they plugged TNA, but they also showed.
Wait, how? In what way?
Well, listen, man, I'm getting to it. They played video packages last night of Brock Lesnar defeating people like Kurt Angle, defeating people like Jeff Hardy, Rob Van Dam, Hulk Hogan.
So that's plugging TNA because they're TNA guys.
They're not. You're not plugging TNA, but you're featuring talents that are with TNA.
It's not WWF versus WCW though. It's WWE and TNA doesn't exist to WWE fans, so it's not the same era.
Right. But it's interesting. I mean, there were times, and not only that, but they mentioned UFC last night on Raw. Brock Lesnar.
That's shocking.
I mean that's a big deal, man. Where they never used to. I mean, guys that are with TNA, they would never bring up the name of Hulk Hogan or Kurt Angle or somebody like that.
Boy, that's not true. They brought up Hulk Hogan in a couple.
Recently.
They have recently.
Right.
Like, we've even been, like, on the air, like, why are they bringing up Hulk Hogan? Like, usually...
Right. But they hadn't done that in the past. Recently, they've been doing it, no doubt.
Yeah, exactly.
But in the past, they would never do that. They'd never bring up a talent from TNA or even mention UFC. You know what I mean? They'd never do that. So it's interesting.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, they don't want to acknowledge competition, and I don't think they're doing it in the way they brought up Hogan recently. But go ahead, take this call. I hear the buzz.
All right, caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up, man?
Hey, just two quick things I wanted to get you guys' thoughts on.
Okay.
Number one, the whole Edge thing when he came out last night. I was thinking that if that had happened when The Rock was going up against John Cena, that would have meant so much more, like during that feud, if he had come out and talked to John Cena like that during, when The Rock was doing the whole thing with John Cena at WrestleMania.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean,
I was gonna say I didn't even see the thing last night, and that sounds right to me. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, no, they easily could have done it with. I mean, Edge was obviously in town for the Hall of Fame ceremony.
But yeah, clearly, because he was. But you don't want to distract because Edge is not in the match. You want to build the matchup. You don't want to have the fans diversion split and to be, we're thinking about Rock and Cena. Now we're thinking about Rock, Cena, and Edge. We don't want that. We want to think about just Rock and just Rock and just Edge. Just Rock and just Cena. That's all we want them thinking about. And by the time the bell rings, that's all we want them thinking about. That's all we want them picturing. It's why we're doing a whole documentary. By the time the bell rings, holy shit, here it is. Once in a lifetime, quote unquote. Here it is. You don't want to confuse Edge into that situation and have the fans' attention diverted.
Yeah, but you could easily say that for Cena and Lesnar. Why? I mean, by your logic right there, why have Edge come out last night? Because then you've got the attention diverted to Edge again.
That's not right. Because the match is Cena Lesnar. That doesn't make any sense. I'm saying Rock, Cena. Don't divert the attention to Edge because Edge is not in the match. It's Rock versus Cena. And you're even promoting it as, quote-unquote, once in a lifetime. That was the tagline, once in a lifetime, Rock versus Cena. You don't throw Edge in a promo in the middle of that to confuse or divert people's attention the wrong direction. They want them thinking about Rock. They want them thinking about Cena. They want them thinking about once in a lifetime this match is going to happen. And you got to buy WrestleMania to fucking see it, okay? After that fucking match is over and it's never happening again, if you're still thinking about, you know what I'm saying? It's the wrong attention. That's backwards. That's not good.
We'll go with that, I guess. But I mean, they just did it with. See, I mean, you're going into Extreme Rules on Sunday night, and you want all the attention on Cena and Brock Lesnar by your logic, right? Why have Edge come out last night?
Because that's the match. Last night they were promoting Cena versus Lesnar. So obviously they're going to promote and have the guys talk for Cena versus Lesnar.
All right.
Edge. In the opening segment, if that's what you're talking about, that should not have happened, but it seemed like it was completely supplementary, and it's not WrestleMania, it's Extreme Rules. There's a fucking difference. It's not the end-of-the-year show that you're waiting for all year long. You can't wait to see what the main event will be. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, we know what you're saying. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but I'm going to go along with it. Anyways, all right. What's the second question, dude?
That made sense to me. I don't get it.
I don't know. People in the chat room are saying I don't know. They don't know what you're talking about either. But whatever. Anyways, so what's
there's no difference. Wow. I'm not even gonna try again.
Please don't. What's the second question, dude?
No, I was gonna say there's no WrestleMania build-up.
I'm talking to the caller. What's the second question, dude?
Oh, okay. I didn't know he's still on the line this whole time.
Yes, he's trying to talk.
I apologize, caller. I can't believe you sat through all that.
No problem. I wanted to get your thoughts. I wanted to get your thoughts about the Tough Enough guy who got fired. The Tough Enough.
Yeah. Andy Levine. Thanks for the call, buddy. Basically, the reason for the firing was he wasn't improving down in FCW. I mean, people say that. I mean, the trainers down there would tell him to do things differently, and he would just continue on with the same stuff. So they made the decision to get rid of him about a month ago, and then it just came out yesterday to the internet. I'm not sure when the firing actually happened, if it was recent or if it was about a month ago, but that's when the decision was made to release him. It's not a big loss. A lot of people thought that what's his name? Luke Robinson, the guy that finished in second place.
Was it Robinson? I didn't even know his last name. I knew it was Luke.
Reggie Tyrone Robinson, too.
Pretty boy. Yeah. That motherfucker.
So, I mean, a lot of people felt that he should have won anyways. Not only that, but it seems like Tough Enough. I mean, you win Tough Enough, and it's like you get sent to developmental, and then you're fired anyways. So Tough Enough. Tough Enough means nothing.
He saw the drug test, and he sucked on top of it. Okay, can we be honest?
Right.
Can we be honest again? If Luke won, I watched Tough Enough. And that was during an era of WWE. If I don't make sense, I'm going to be mad. This was during an era of WWE where I was not watching Raw. I wasn't watching any fucking pay-per-view. But guess what?
What?
I like Tough Enough. Tough Enough was cool. Steve Austin as the fucking coach and shit. At the end of the show, grilling them one-on-one. It was great. It was good TV. And I don't like reality TV. I fucking hate it. But that was a good show. And Luke, I think if Luke would have won instead of Andy, instead of Silent Rage, I think Luke would have been a star by now. If they would have put him on TV, I think he would have been the fucking. He had the fundamentals. He was a pretty boy. He was fucking cocky as shit. he would have been a great heel, in my opinion.
No, I agree with that. Luke was the better choice, dude. Luke should have won that show. And not only that,
it was the obvious. I couldn't believe when he picked against him. I was like, he's so clearly the winner. Like, who the fuck do you? I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And not only that, but I agree with you, man. Tough Enough was a great show with Steve Austin ripping people apart, Bill DeMott ripping people apart. It was a great show, man. It was
Bill DeMott's always good on TV. He's a great coach.
Yeah, no, he's good. He's actually DeMott and Austin both kind of praised Andy and said, I hope that he keeps up the the training and maybe there'll be a future for him. But I don't know, dude. It was the wrong winner, and it had been a long time coming. And I think that's the first of many releases. You're gonna have the Bella Twins, which are probably going to be out, and I think they're going to announce all these names at once. Probably Andy Levine. They probably won't even mention Andy, but the Bella Twins they'll mention on WZROnline.com with a bunch of releases, and they're coming, man. Maybe as soon as this Friday after the TV taping, something like that. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Guys, you can call us up 518-712-3070. I'm going to do some of these rapid fire segments or comments right now. Let's get to it. Chris Ross, how is Big Van Vader looking these days? Is he still as big as he was?
He's out of shape. He's old. He's not a wrestler anymore.
Yeah, I haven't seen any new photos of him, but I
don't know.
His name's
Leon White, and he's chubby as shit. He's very pale. He's like a big fat Ryan Clark.
Only thing I know about him is he lives in Denver, Colorado, and that's about it. Aaron,
that's true. Where you used to live.
That is correct. And Aaron Spice, what size panties do you think Karma wears? I don't know women's panty sizes, so I couldn't help you out there.
Whatever the extraest of extra larges is, that's what she wears.
Chris Ross, Ryan and Boone.
With her big fat black ass. Yeah.
Chris Ross, Ryan and Boone, do you guys play the WWE 12, the game? I don't play video games.
No, we get them for free, and we give them away to guys like you because you're great. You great fans, we give them away to you. So.
What else?
Come on, the cheap pop. You great fans, we love you great fans.
Oh, shut the fuck up, dude. Just shut the fuck up. All right, we have what else do we have here? Jesse Young, do you think?
Hot sausage burp. My question.
Actually, let me take this. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's going on?
Yes. I was just wondering about last night on Monday Night Raw. With the whole thing with the Lesnar thing, they had the angle that they've been going with that. I just want to, because I feel like they could have done that so many better ways.
Yeah, we just talked about that, dude. We just got done talking about that.
Come on.
Let's go back to Jesse Young. Do you think the Miz takes the U.S. title off?
Hold on. I think before Jesse Young, there was a guy named Matt Boone that said, Ryan Clark, question. What do you think about Matt Boone not wearing a shirt in his profile picture on Facebook? And he didn't hear if there was an answer to that already, like the last caller. He wanted to know a straight answer.
What?
I was making fun of the last caller. I'm sorry.
Jesse Young, do you think The Miz takes the U.S. title off Santino Marella on Sunday? It's possible. I don't think they're going to do a title change on a Extreme Rules pre-show, though. That's the only thing on YouTube. It's possible. I don't think they're going to do a title change on a pre-show. Jill Sullivan, has anyone really been far even as decided to use even go want to do more like what, dude?
I was gonna say that didn't make any sense. I'm fucked up, but that didn't make any sense just now.
Has anyone really been far even as decided to use even go want to do more like? That's what it was. Colton,
okay.
Colton Cone, any word on Batista returning since WrestleMania? No, Batista's not going to be back in WWE anytime soon. He was in
I disagree.
He was in Miami for I believe it was the triathlon or something like that, but I don't expect Batista back anytime soon.
I say next year's WrestleMania, hello Batista. That's what I say.
I don't think so. I think next year, you've already got your top 3 matches for WrestleMania next year, and there's no need for a Dave Batista return. Boone muted his mic again. Goodbye, Boone. Jonathan Gale, whatever happened to Sin Cara? He'll be back in a couple months, man. He's still a few months away from returning. Michael Marr, has Edge signed a new WWE contract? He was brought to Raw last night to work on that, negotiate.
Yes.
Don't know if it has been signed or not. Chase Kramer, can you unban me, please? I will do that later. Also,
are you banning people again this week, dude?
I'm not banning anybody. Also,
You've never banned. I know. I'm just.
Also, tell Shirtless Boone to speak slower, or
I
not,
said
or not,
I never
or not.
you of banning people. I was making a joke about last week's show.
Matthew Ellington.
You said go slower.
Yes, dude. Matthew Ellington, just thanks for plugging KC artist Rob Schamberger. He is the one painting every world champ, in past and present. His work is awesome. Well, there's your plug, buddy. James Miner, when will Katie be back? And an update on the WWE draft. WWE draft, I don't think it's going to happen. And when will Katie be back? Hopefully never. Hobart Collins.
Hey. No, go ahead.
Hobart Collins, who did you vote for today? I didn't vote in the primaries, but I'd have to, I guess so. But I'm not a big politic guy.
Wow.
So I don't know.
I didn't even know it was a primaries or negataries, or I had. Was there a primary voting today?
Presidential primary.
I did not even know that. And wow, yeah, usually Facebook, somebody would be talking about it, and you'd be, oh shit, I should vote.
What else? Steve Williams Jr., off topic. Matt and Ryan, soon my horror site. Can you help promote my site? And he muted his mic again. This motherfucker.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, you did. You muted it, and then he came back, motherfucker.
I did. Can you really hear it that clearly?
Yeah, it goes silent. Kevin Hamilton, does the new open fight night Impact seem like it's worth a watch? I don't read spoilers. Well, I mean, listen, we need to support both companies, whether you like TNA or WWE. We need competition. We can't have WWE as a monopoly. Competition is obviously good for the business. Michael Repack, you guys had a funny show going tonight. Sorry, didn't get to hear it all. Radio went down, can't get it back up. Keep rolling. We should be up, man. Should be good to go. Steve Williams Jr., hey, Ryan and Boone, here in Houston, Texas. There's a really good indie wrestling promotion called TWA, owned by Outlaw Josie Wales. You both in, check it out. All right, I will do that if I'm ever in Houston, Texas.
I can't wait.
Christopher Brown, now that it seems Rink King is over for TNA, what happens to the guys that they sent over there? I'm not sure Rink King is over. They just recently taped more
I can't
TV
believe
tapings.
that's the official name. Rink King.
Rink
King. What does that mean?
Let's see. Rob Saval, Boone, don't make fun of Vader. He's my dad.
I said his real name, and what the fuck?
Well, you're making fun of his father.
Fuck your dad, motherfucker. How about that?
Joe Sullivan, cheers for reading out my dumbass question. You got it, buddy. Brady Askland, what do you think of ROH Border Wars? Should be a good pay-per-view. Hopefully they get the
internet pay-per-view coming up?
Well, hopefully they get the internet pay-per-view issues resolved. And
they switched from GoFightLive.tv. I heard that. I get emails from these fucking people, so I know the story.
Yeah, they haven't picked up on a new provider as of right now, but hopefully they'll get something going. It's not going to be WNWLive.com or hybrid.
I think it is, man. I think it's WNWLive.com.
It's not going to be that, or it's not going to be hybrid.tv. So they're either going to do it.
It's not Justin Live. I know that.
They're either going to do it in-house, or they're going to come up with a company that'll be able to stream for them. But as of right now, or as of earlier this week, yesterday or Sunday it was, they did not have any provider as of right now. But they're in talks with a couple different people. Tommy Roe Jackson, John Jones versus Dan Henderson. Who wins? Dan Henderson.
Are you really picking Dan in that match?
I'm really picking Dan.
I will bet you any amount of money right now, live on the radio, that you want. $100?
We'll talk about it when you're sober.
Why can't we do $100 right now?
We'll do it when you're sober, dude. I will
back that bet fucking sober as a cucumber, brother.
From-
$100 John Jones over Dan Henderson? You gotta be kidding me.
From what I've seen of Dan Henderson, in his last couple fights, even the Strikeforce fights, the dude is a beast.
Ori knocked him out. I understand.
The dude is a beast. And as of right now, I want Dan Henderson, so that's who I'm gonna pick.
Yeah, that epic match of the year was Shogun last year. Yeah,
Right.
he's a fucking beast. But guess what? John Jones is on a different level, man. I don't know how to tell this to you to where you understand it. He's better than Anderson Silva. He's better than GSP. He's better than BJ Penn. We've seen all the pound-for-pound greatest live in the arena in person. Me and you both.
Oh.
I'm telling you something, right? John Jones is better. We saw John Jones against Stephen Bonner. Guess what?
Oh.
First UFC match. We were there. And he was fucking unbelievable. And to this day, he says that's his worst fight ever. Guess what? Prior to Rashad Evans, what we saw was about 2.5 years ago. John Jones versus Stephen Bonner. Okay. John Jones versus Rashad Evans. Wow, that sounded bad. Was this past weekend. Prior to Evans-Jones, do you know the last time Jones went the distance? It was Jones-Bonner, and we were there. And that was like 4 or 5 years ago. And we didn't think much of him then. We didn't know who he was. But now he's the man. He's as good as Anderson. He's as good as GSP. He's better, in my opinion.
I'm gonna take Dan Henderson. We'll see what happens though. Here we go. Before we get out of here, guys. One final update from the SmackDown tapings. Antonio Cesario. I can't pronounce the name. It's Claudio from Ring of Honor beat Tyson Kidd. Apparently this was billed as a tryout match. Then they aired the same Brock Lesnar hype video from Raw that aired. They're airing those same videos on SmackDown this week. All right, we're gonna get out of here, guys. We will see you guys next Tuesday night. Go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. You can also add Boone on Facebook, facebook.com/Matt Boone WZR. I put the feedback post up on my Facebook page. I'm sure Boone's gonna do the same on his Facebook page.
No, I won't.
All right, you don't have to. I
You gotta send the people to one place. I'm not gonna fucking confuse them.
Well, we can get feedback from both.
No. Where are they going? They're going to /Ryan Clark WZR.
Sure, facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. We'll get out of here. We'll see you guys next Tuesday night for Matt Boone.
That's me. Wow.
Well, this is Ryan Clark.
That's him.
Saying see you next Tuesday night. WZROnline.com, 8 to 10 Eastern Time. WZROnline.com. We will see you guys next week.
Next week, Tuesday night. Bo! You motherfuckers. Peace.